really want to meet people from other countries because I really like to learn about other countries, like their economic situation, political situation, like a geography, their geography.
Expectation from the program, what is it? I want to learn new experience in my life so that I can apply in my life.
And if I'm a group leader, I'm going to harmonize these different colors into one beautiful picture.
The leader is Letty.
Thank you guys.
We got separate voice, and the sub leader is Daisy.
I really want Team F to win this year.
Wow! I would like to.
The Asia Youth Leaders Project is held by the Eon 1% Club Foundation. The aim of this project is to gather high school students from 6 Asian countries with various backgrounds to exchange, share, and nourish global perspectives through a proposed theme. This is achieved by participating in lectures held by experts from different fields, going to on-site inspections, having discussions, and conducting presentations. (2018's) Asia Youth Leaders is held in Jakarta, the capital of Indonesia. This year's theme is Eating Habits and Healthcare in Indonesia. Asian countries are predicted to eventually reach an aging society in correspondence to economic growth and improved standard of living, leading to a prolonged lifespan. What kind of diet can maintain health is becoming an essential question for such societies in terms of how to spend the later years of life. 85 high school students will learn about dietary habits in Jakarta by spotting out points of issue, discussing problems, and building proposals to resolve such problems. On the first day, many guests from different entities came to encourage the high school attendees at the welcome party.
My goal is to actually apply all the things that I learned from here and make it into something beneficial for my future later. And with God's will, I will be able to be a better leader in the future and actually give back to my community, my nation, and also Aeon.
I realized that I had to active person. I have to be active person because the same age, almost same age students. I impressed them.
We are from the different backgrounds, which means that all of us contain different opinions. I think it is very excited to cooperate with them, and I think it is a very unique experience.
Firstly, students will receive lectures from companies, government, and university experts about Indonesian diet.
Unhealthy but tasty
Students
food.
voiced various questions during the lecture.
Is it a good idea to deliver?
And I learned that in developing countries, the choice of less expensive food that are low in nutrient qualities because of they can't afford to buy nutrient one is a dietary pattern to increase it in obesity. So I have a question that how can we solve this problem?
That to solve such problems will not be done only by one thing. Education is important, especially from younger generation.
The lecture point out that the health eating habits, let me know this professor, maybe doctor, let me know a lot of real problem in your life, and that I don't know, and I don't know before I've been there.
For the information that I've received after attending this lecture, I've seen many useful suggestions from Danon, or the way that they are trying to help the environment. I think it is a very good guideline for us to create our own resolution to help solve this problem in this program.
For the program, we have 4 until 6 lecture. and I think it was so impressed myself because we have to understand what they mean, and also the lecturer give us a lot of advice and also give us a lot of new knowledge that we don't know before.
The lectures are very informative for me, and they have taught me mostly everything about Indonesian people, their eating habits, as well as some facts and problems here in Indonesia.
The Asia Youth Leaders not only conducts lectures, but also focuses on direct interaction with the locals to accumulate actual everyday information. This time, the students visited the following 3 locations. The students visited a high school in Jakarta to understand the reality of school lunches in Indonesia.
I heard the 78 is rice. I think it's the same for all Asian countries.
Have you guys tried Indonesian food? Nasi goreng. Are you serious? Okay.
Batagor is like a snack.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it's too salty, but it's one of our favorite snacks.
In your daily life, you eat nutritious food, you eat just like normal. But when you come here, is it like a bit too salty, a bit too...
You know, we don't think about healthy living. We just eat what we like.
Next, they visited the Yakult factory to learn approaches and efforts conducted by Yakult in the field of health issues.
Is there any bad side effects for your health if you take too much?
1 bottles every day is good for you. Yeah. But more, no problem. Yeah.
As you already know, maybe some of Indonesians have lack of knowledge or maybe neglecting the needs of fulfilling the needs of nutrition.
And nowadays, every year, around 2 million people already getting the lecturing from Yakult regarding the how the importance of the bacteria in our body.
Lastly, students made their way to the Aeon Mall to seek information on dietary habits of the citizens. They split into teams and spoke with many different locals.
We will go to the next question. Do you value health? You know what?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you eat from it often?
Not often, but sometimes yes. Somehow it's good and then very cheap, but I know that sometimes the water also not really clean.
If you had time for breakfast, what would you prefer?
They like bread, toast, or something else like that. Or pancakes.
What did the students feel through this inspection?
Although it's not permissible, but
There's not a lot of people who are like consistently thinking of like, oh, how many calories or how much sugar is in their food, or like, oh, this is fried, it's bad for my cholesterol.
We were shocked sometimes because in our questionnaire there was a question is that how many times did you eat junk food this month? Some of them have junk food every day, so I think this is a serious problem.
The students started a discussion based on information collected from lectures and on-site investigation. Students from various international backgrounds. They are engaged in a heated debate.
My personal opinion is that nowadays the government and corporations have done a lot about education on family and education on children, and actually education on environmental health. So, however, they do not focus on participation. So, this is our focus.
There's also a case where a mother is not that rich, but she is like spending money on healthy foods for her baby.
So it's not very clear. It's not very clear to mention the two solutions together.
So the first thing we should talk about is the problem cause. What do you think caused the problem?
Junk food and street food.
Yeah, so we already got junk food.
Yeah.
So we have like only street food left.
Yeah.
I'll calculate it.
We asked the teams about their discussion.
In our group, we focus on education and social media. And the most significant problem is lack of education of nutrition.
We have an activities like encourage people to plant vegetables and eat by themselves. It's healthy and help them to like vegetable because they take time and they take time to roll it, so they will love the vegetable and eat it.
We also share stories based on our countries and our experiences. So the idea when it comes together, it's broader, and I think that our team, everyone have really interesting and unique creative ideas. So when we really listen to each other, the idea becomes very satisfying for all of us.
Our team's topic is mainly focused on the Indonesian people's eating habits related to breakfast, because we think breakfast is the most important meal of the day, for it is the first supply of energy we get throughout the day.
Realistic makes the idea realistic. I mean, we know that we don't really know Indonesia, so we need to think about the government side and the Indonesians itself. Will they cooperate with what we were doing? Yeah.
The discussion, which started in the morning, continued after the lunch break, all the way into the night. Students pushed hard to produce ideas for the upcoming presentation. The final day. Each team will begin their presentation. Thought-out proposals will be presented in front of judges invited from the government, companies, and universities.
Young people need to be strong. They need to be educated on how to eat healthy and stay healthy. They need to have proper nutrition. And finally, they have to be disciplined enough to avoid unhealthy food.
But I'm sorry, this restaurant don't serve that kind of food.
Oh my God! Why does that food? Stop! This restaurant provides only purpose and healthy food for customers.
Bring joy to homemade food and make one part of our community a part of Indonesia. So with food safety, reasonable price, tasty, and healthiness for everyone, we recommend the Healthy World. Thank you for listening.
So our program entails an interesting and new methodology with a special focus on hands-on and more practical education, such as cooking classes.
Congratulations, Team D, for a very nice and interesting presentation.
The first statistics shows that 32 out of 40 people actually loves local food rather than international food because of a variety of reasons, like cheaper and it's easier to get.
So housewives should have knowledge in health, food, and nutrition.
So what's interesting about this proposal is that the ingredients are all already ready to be cooked, so it's all cutted, and so you can save time and everyone will have enough time to eat and have a healthy breakfast.
It is effective because this class would aim to educate students about eating habits and help them make wise food choices in the future.
Team G, well done, yeah. You have created an interesting proposal and so many campaigns, comprehensive campaign.
Our campaign is called EAT, which stands for Eating Awareness Tactics. But before introducing you to these solutions, we would like to talk about the problems first, the current situation in Indonesia.
And it will be divided into 4 parts. Background, which analyzes the problems in Indonesia at present. Goals, solutions, 3 programs we will have to propose, and conclusions.
Every team gave a splendid presentation with well-thought proposals. After careful screening, it is now time for the awards ceremony.
So we judges have reviewed 9 wonderful proposed solutions. It's just the beginning of you as a leader and also as an agent of change.
The results are announced. The third place went to Team E. Team E's proposal attained high reviews from the judges by focusing on middle-class housewives and familiar themes such as cooking shows. The second place went to Team H. Team H proposed measures for raising food awareness through data collected from interviews and dialogue with the citizens. Their convincing delivery was also a factor to catch the judges' attention. And the first prize went to Team D. Team D proposed to improve home economics classes and implement a quality control program for school cafeterias, an analysis conducted from a unique perspective. The proposal emphasized on implementing long-term measures in cooperation with the government, which garnered high reviews from the judges. Winning Team D's proposal will be passed on to the high school representatives of the host country, Indonesia, with the hope to turn the idea into a reality.
So I would like to thank you, and this is for you guys.
So I think about the factor is more about you have to do your best, and actually because the theme is a long-term prospect, so you have to really think about something that is interchangeable if like dynamical things happen.
I think that I have already known about the solution as well as the presentations of the second prize and the first one and the first prize. So I think that I could learn from them an experience. It's like you shouldn't get your subject too abstract. You should focus only on several subjects, and then you should make it widen it, like make everyone understand those clearly.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Like my hard work is paid off. Like when I'm so sad that I'm gonna leave this. See you guys.
Students must have learned a great deal through this program together with their international friends. EON 1% Club Foundation wishes the 85 students to make use of this experience in further broadening their global mindset and deepen the understanding of different values.